Welcome back to Speak Easy English, everyone. I'm David, and with me, as always, is the wonderful Sarah.
Hey, David, and hello to all our listeners. Today, we're diving into a topic that I know many of you are passionate about: English for travelers.
Absolutely. Travel is back in full swing, and nothing can dampen an amazing trip like feeling lost for words. We're going to talk about common mistakes travelers make when speaking English and how to avoid them to feel much more confident.
That's right. Let's start with what I often see, and that's being too polite, or rather, over formal. Sometimes people try to translate directly from their native language, and it comes out sounding a bit stiff.
A great point, Sarah. For example, instead of saying, "May I humbly request the kind assistance of yourself in directing me to the nearest lavatory?" A simple, "Excuse me, where's the restroom?" is much more natural and effective.
Exactly. Or trying to be overly formal with, could I procure a beverage if it's not too much trouble? When can I get a drink works perfectly. Native speakers appreciate clarity and directness in most casual situations.
Another common mistake is confusing similar sounding words, which can lead to hilarious or sometimes awkward misunderstandings. Think about dessert and desert.
Oh, absolutely. Or loose versus lose. I lost my luggage is very different from my luggage is loose. Context is key here, but practicing pronunciation and knowing common word pairs helps a lot.
And speaking of context, let's talk about asking for directions. People often just point to a map and say, "Here?" without giving enough information.
Right. Instead of just pointing, try, "Excuse me, could you tell me how to get to the main train station from here?" Or, "Is this the right way to the museum?" Giving a bit more detail makes it easier for the other person to help you.
Another big one is at restaurants, ordering food. Often travelers struggle with specific requests or understanding menu descriptions.
Yes, don't be afraid to ask for clarification. If you don't understand an ingredient, say, "What is aioli?" Or, "Does this dish contain nuts?" It's better to ask than to be surprised. And for specific requests, a simple, "Could I have the dressing on the side?" is perfectly acceptable.
And let's not forget shopping, negotiating prices, if that's culturally appropriate, or simply asking for different sizes.
Do you have this in a larger size? Or, "How much is this?" are simple and effective. If you're looking for a specific item, "Do you sell postcards here?" is much better than just pointing aimlessly.
Now, a crucial aspect often overlooked: understanding cultural nuances. Slang, idioms, and even gestures can vary wildly.
Absolutely. For instance, in some English-speaking countries, quite can mean very, while in others it can mean a little. It's subtle, but it can change the entire meaning of a sentence. And always be mindful of gestures. A thumbs up isn't universally positive.
Great point. It's not just about the words, but how they're delivered and interpreted. Let's move on to dealing with emergencies or unexpected situations. This is where clear English is paramount.
Definitely. Knowing phrases like, "I need a doctor," "I've lost my passport," or "Where is the embassy?" can be life-saving. Practice these even if you hope you'll never need them.
And importantly, don't be afraid to make mistakes. Many travelers freeze up because they're afraid of saying something wrong.
Exactly. Most native speakers appreciate the effort, and they're usually happy to help you if you're struggling a bit. It's a part of the learning process. The goal is to communicate, not to achieve perfect fluency on your first trip.
So, some practical tips for our listeners. Listen actively. Pay attention to how native speakers phrase things.
And practice common travel phrases, things like thank you, please, excuse me, hello, goodbye, and numbers. These basics go a long way.
Also, use apps and resources. Translation apps can be really helpful for quick lookups, but don't rely on them completely. Try to form the sentences yourself first.
And finally, immerse yourself. Watch English movies, listen to English music, and try to engage in conversations, even if they're short. The more exposure you get, the more natural it will feel.
That's fantastic advice, Sarah. To summarize, confidence in English for travelers comes from understanding common pitfalls, practicing practical phrases, being aware of cultural nuances, and most importantly, not being afraid to speak.
Absolutely. So, pack your bags, practice your English, and get ready for an amazing adventure.
That's all for this episode of Speak Easy English. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
Bye, everyone. Safe travels.
Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up and let me know your favorite part in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe for more content like this, and I'll see you in the next one.